Hey, good morning, guys. So today I'm going to show you how to make a little world for elegant and minimal and flip clock watch faces. It's for, just in case you don't know, it helps with the little black bar on the Moto 360, but it works on other watches, Android watches as well. I'm gonna use a program called Photo Filter 7. Sorry, it's kind of early in the morning to me. To make one, it's a free program for your computer. You can download it. I'll put the link down. There's also one called GIMP that you can do as well. I find that one to be a little hard, actually very hard for me. And my computer just doesn't run it very well. So Photo Filter 7 is the one that I use. So I'll get kind of right into it, and this is gonna be kind of a long one. I do apologize because I am filming it on my, I'm shaking it around for you, camera, so I'm gonna be doing some zooming in and moving around and stuff. So once you download that, you also need to, let me see if I can actually, like, my computer is not being nice today too, download a template for the Little Worlds, and you can get that on Google Plus, Little Worlds community. He has it all set up to get it, and all you have to do is just download it to your desktop or wherever. So you need that as well. And then, so once you have everything, you open up Photo Filter 7, and then I do have the, let me zoom in, sorry, the template, and that's the template for you. I'm just gonna move it over here. So the second thing you want to do is, I would recommend you to start with like a silhouette, something easy just to get used to how things are working. So I actually downloaded, I'll show you, there's probably other ways of doing things I'll use in this program, but like I said, I just kind of stick with one thing that works. And I wouldn't, of course you don't want to use that. Apparently didn't download that the right one. Let me use this one. Okay, that'll work. Oh, why did that one save like that? Okay, let's open it back up. So I have my silhouette. I would just try something very, very simple like that, or like a cityscape, landscape. You know what, I don't know what it is. I can try that one. Let me try that one instead. Might be kind of small, I'm not sure. Yeah, the quality isn't very good. Okay, I didn't think so. I don't even know why that's there. So, oh, come on, really? You'll be like that? You are not being nice. See, I'm telling you, there's just, computer is just being, there we go. No. There we go. It's being stupid today. And computers don't like me much anyway. But start off with something like that, or like a silhouette of a city or something really simple. You want them kind of flat in a way. Tall, skinny images won't really work that well. You lose a lot of detail because you got to make this thing small. So like I said, just start with something real simple. So okay, so here we go. So this is what I do. I always kind of enlarge just a little bit. And I'll move my camera over so you can see, and sorry again for all the zooming in, and hopefully this thing will not be stupid too. You have all these little tools over here. I'm going to back that out a little bit. There we go. Sorry guys. Zoom in a little bit more so you can see. You have all these tools over here. So the one thing you want to do is you want to make the white background on that image transparent. So to me, the easiest way to do it is you select this little magic wand tool, and we'll back out and move over again. Apologize for this. And you can see how it looks like, and all you have to do is on the area that you want to be transparent, you just click on it and it's going to select it with all the little lines and stuff. And then let's go over here, see if I can remember to do this. It's been a couple days since I've been playing around with my program. Image, let's kind of zoom back in again. automatic transparency, and oops, and if I can do it, you can see it says inside and outside. You want to do inside because you're doing inside the lines, and you click on it and there you go, it's all transparent. Now depending on the image that you use, you're gonna want to, like, it might only make certain parts transparent. You just have to keep clicking on the parts that you want transparent. Sometimes it might be like an eye or something in the middle, and all you have to do is click on it, make that transparent. So once you have that, and then I go back over to, oops, sorry, to the little wand guy, or this guy, and I click on it. It kind of helps get rid of that little magic wand thing. Sometimes I get a little frustrated with that because it doesn't want to get rid of it, but I think that's more my computer just being stupid. So once you have this, it's pretty much done. Like I said, and you can go in here and play with the filters and stuff for whatever reason. None of them are active, I don't know why. You can go in and play with like sharpness and stuff, but when you have a silhouette like this, it's pretty simple. So once you have this, you go to this little bar right here, right click, you want to copy. And when you're done with that, you can actually get rid of it, and you want to open up your template. Oops, I don't want that. I don't. Come on, computer. There we go. And then I resize it up a little bit just so I can see more. Okay, so basically this black bar is like on the Moto 360. That's the black bar on the Moto 360. So anything below that will not show up. It'll show up on the template if you have a colored image, but when you put it on your phone, it won't show up because this black bar gets hidden by the black bar for the 360. And this is your area in, let me zoom in because this is the area that you need to make everything fit in. Anything above it gets cut off. And being like the Moto 360, you can't go to the edges because you have to remember this is a round watch. So maybe a quarter of this or so, half an inch, or I'm not quite sure what that would be. Don't put anything there because that's basically the edge of your watch. So it'd be like maybe right here is as far as you can go. It's just something that if you do get something over there and you put it on your watch, you can always go back in here and move it over to the left or move it over to the right. So you kind of want things in the center for the most part. So once you have that, you click, make sure this is highlighted, make sure you're clicking this, right click, and I'm going to kind of zoom in here, and you want to paste. Now, this is what got me confused when I first started, but I kind of figured it out. It's going to add a layer. Each time you paste something, it adds a second, third, fourth layer on top of the other layer. So that's how you can make some really cool little scenes. But you don't see the image. Whoa, what happened there? Oh, I zoomed it in 800 times. Oops, I'm going back. Let's go back the other way. But it's there. So you need to highlight it. So what you want to do is you go to manual settings. So yeah, I right clicked over here, go into manual settings, and let me try to move it up so you guys can see. The image, basically it's 1247, so big that it overpowers the thing. So what you want to do, and this is keeping the aspect ratio, is I just come in here. Again, there might be better ways of doing this. I'm sure there is, but this always works for me. So that's a big number, so I'm going to go down as low as 100. And see, there's the image. See, it was just so big, but we need to make it smaller. So I keep going back over here, right click. It's trying to go. I'm going to go down to 80. That might do it. 80, and that's really close. As you can see, that's super close. Like I said, you got some feet down here, but that won't show up because it's below the line. If you're okay with that, all right, let's go back over here. Manual settings. I hope you guys can read that, because on my view screen it looks kind of crappy. I'm going to probably just go down. I only just need a little bit, and then you always got to go to OK, and there's the image again. I like to go down and do it a little bit more, so 80. Let's go manual settings again. Probably 5 might do it. Okay, it's close. It's 5. That looks okay. So there's the image. So I mean, it's literally right on that black line. Also, let me go back into back here. I want to show you something that helps a little bit too. You see that right there? This, I put it in the middle because if it's down here, it moves the image kind of in the middle of the screen. So if you click up here, then it's always going to be in the middle toward the upper part. Just makes it a little bit easier to handle. Also, if you come over here, if you click on manual, one of these is, and I haven't used them in a while, I think this moves the image up and down just literally little bits at a time. The Y, I think, is left to right. Also, what I do sometimes is, if I want the image to kind of fill more room, like I want to stretch it, if you go over here and you uncheck mark that, then you can do these individually. And so that's, but each time that you go, okay, hit the OK and you come back here, you need to remember to uncheck this, because if not, then your image gets all wacky and you get all weird and mad and stuff. So once you have it where you actually like it, and again, I'm zooming in again. Why am I doing that? I'm telling you, computer's possessed today. Let me get back here. So if you think that looks okay, right before I do that, because you need to gonna be able to save it to your phone. I'm actually gonna do it through my tablet, because my Moto 360 is connected to my tablet, and my Zen is connected to my phone, and so, but I want to show you what this looks like on the Moto 360. So I just had to get that all plugged in, so it's getting ready. Okay, so once you know, and the image here is going to look very pixelated because you're shrinking that thing down. Once you get an idea of how to do this, then you can go in and play with the pixels in a within a separate image, get it looking as good and as you want, and put it on there. And a lot of them are going to look good. Some of them, you know, you think it's going to look good, but they don't. So stay away from really highly detailed stuff. They don't always work. Things with really thin lines don't always work. Images with really thick lines work great. So it's just, you have to play around with it and figure out what works and what doesn't work. But this isn't something easy to start out with. So once you have this and you're ready to, I like that. I'm not going to stretch it out. It might not look too good, but we'll see. You want to save it. Save as. Let's go down to here. I'm just going to give it, I'm going to just give it a name, CAT. I'll also want to save it as a PNG file. I think that's why that one image didn't show up, because it wasn't a PNG file. Save, yes. I don't read none of that stuff. I've done it so many times. Now, I have them saved to my desktop. So it right here, let's zoom in. It's saved as, let's go zoom in right there. The cat. So what I want to do now, let's zoom back out. Again, there's probably other ways of doing this kind of stuff. I want to, let's see, all I'm doing is trying to get into my tablet. Where are my pictures? Shield internal. Okay, so let's see. What I do is I find pictures within my thing, and then I find my image that I want, and I just literally drag it into pictures, and it's done. So let me back up and let's see if we can't find all of this stuff. So is my tablet. Got some messages. Open up Android Wear, and it's already in minimal and elegant. And so what I want to do is find Little Worlds. I already have one in there. I make my Hulk hands. You want to do custom, and since they're in my photos, I need to refresh. And the image is really not going to show up very much because everything just has a, even though it looks like it's a transparent background here or white, when you in your photos album and stuff, it's always going to be black. So it's, oops, it's actually, I just selected it. So once you so like I said, it's always going to be black. It's hard to see, but it's there. Then select it, and it's going to show you down here. If it doesn't work, it'll tell you that it needs to be, because it needs, this whole template needs to be a certain size. So if you use the template and you stay within that line, it's going to work 100% of the time. So let's, you know what I want to do, because I have a different color. I'll show you a little bit of the app too. I can do these gradients. I want to do like a, see, that's the top one. Since it's a silhouette, you don't want a black background. Let's do a white one, and I'm going to do kind of a gray. Let's do a light gray for the gradient. Okay. Okay. That's just so. Let me double check. I want to get rid of my messages real quick on this thing. And there you go. You know what? There you go. See? And you see that the curved here, that's why you can't go all the way down to the edges of that template, because it'll cover it up. But you can always go in there and tweak it. You know, does it look good? Does it not look good? Yeah, actually kind of looks cool. I like that. You know what I need to do is, having a white text doesn't look too good, so let's go to, see, there we go. And I just got a message. What is going on with all these messages? So there we go. That's how you make your little world. So like I said, you have to get the right image to fit in there. If not, it's not going to fit. Actually, I kind of like that. That's kind of a cool little thing. And then you can get to see what the app looks like. I'll show you real quick. You know what? Let's go to one of these ones that I did make. I need to change this one up a little bit, but I've been playing around with some stuff. That one should be good. So these are my little Mario guys that I made. Let's see. And there you go. See? So you could do anything you want. The silhouettes, they work with the flat tire because it looks like it blends in, especially if it's like a cityscape, and I actually don't have any of those. You know what? Just in case you are wondering, I'll go ahead and just click that one. And there you go, there's a cityscape. But see, because of that cityscape, the black bar blends right into it. Just again, it's all about picking the right image and playing around with it. But that's how you do it. It's really easy. Just take your image, make it a transparent background, copy and paste it on here, and you're ready to go. And then just save it, and it's that easy. This will also work for square watches. It just so happens on a square watch screen that it just gives you a small little black bar at the bottom, but it's basically a universal thing. I actually have a template for square watches, so I actually have a little more room. But as long as everything fits in that area, you're good to go. So it's really, guys, it's that simple. There you go. So I hope that helped, and I hope you were able to, you know, literally it just took a few steps. I can make one of these sometimes in a couple minutes. So I'll put the link to Photo Filter 7 and a link to the templates as well. And so I hope that helped out anybody that's wanting to know. And that's how I do it. It's that simple. It kind of really is that simple. I can even do this stuff on my phone, which I think I might just do another video right now and show you how I do it on my phone. So guys, I hope that helped, and I will see you in a little bit. Thank you.